Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents. My thoughts on Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. That's right, I have seen it and wanted to give you my review of it. But before I do so, caution, could be some spoilers ahead. So if you don't want to know anything about the film, now is the time to turn back. With that out of the way, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. After the Battle of Earth, Ant-Man, Scott Lang, has settled into a happy and peaceful life as a successful author and is living with his girlfriend, the Wasp, Hope Van Dyne. All is not perfect, however, as his daughter Cassie finds herself in jail because of her activism. And while visiting Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, it is revealed that Cassie has been working on a way to contact the quantum realm, much to Janet's chagrin. After sending a signal through, things go wrong, and our heroes find themselves once again drawn into the quantum realm with more questions than answers. Answers that only Janet can provide. Like other Marvel films, the effects are outstanding, and the world they designed is breathtaking. However, I wish the lighting wasn't so dark and muted so that the colors could stand out more, though I guess the darkness does play into the serious tone of the story. As a whole, it's well crafted, as are all Marvel films. Paul Rudd has found the balance of the everyman and the hero. Though Paul Rudd's comedic abilities do serve him very well in this film, he portrays Scott in a much more serious manner than the other chapters in this story. Along with Paul Rudd, the returning actors are their usual charming selves. Evangeline Lilly as Hope Van Dyne, Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne, and Michael Douglas as Hank Pym all return and look as though they're enjoying themselves. It would be easier for an actor of their status to just call in their performance, so I have to give them credit for not doing that. The talented Catherine Newton takes over the role of Cassie Lang and does an admirable job with it. Bill Murray appears as Lord Krylar, a governor in the quantum realm who shares some history with Janet. It's a small role, but hey, it's Bill Murray, so gotta gotta give him a shout out. Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror was a major surprise in the film. His previous appearance as He Who Remains in the Loki miniseries left much to be desired. That version of Kang was bland and uninteresting and more annoying than menacing. This version of Kang, however, is truly a threat that can create problems for the Marvel heroes over the course of the next phase of films and series. One aspect of the film I am still trying to come to grips with is Corey Stoll as Darren Cross, MODOK, mechanical organism designed for only killing. The character is the new identity of Darren from the first Ant-Man film, who was Yellow Jacket and was thrown into the quantum realm. But he was found and reborn as a stubby-legged, big old head. And I'm not quite sure if the effect of morphing his head really worked. And ultimately, his character seems designed more for laughs than any serious plot point that they put him in. As for the story, it is your basic Marvel paint by numbers. While the writers give us a rich and beautiful new world to explore, the narrative they told within that universe seems to be more cut and paste of the Marvel film outlines. While a fun diversion, there's nothing really new to set the film apart. Thankfully, the writers did not rely on the silly humor of the last couple of films in the franchise. They balanced the seriousness of the story with just enough humor to be entertaining. With the, with the introduction of Kang the Conqueror, who is to be the great enemy of the phase of Marvel to come, this film seems more like an extended prologue than a film in its own right. Enjoyable and well made, but ultimately forgettable. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania will be appreciated more as just a diversion. With so many Marvel movies that have come to pass, this one has nothing new to recommend it except for the benefit of making Kang a more serious villain than before. While the film is far from perfect, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is one of the better Marvel films in the last several years, though that really isn't saying much. Uh, really thought about this, and I think it just hits 3 stars. I could recommend this film. It's fun to watch. It is entertaining. I enjoyed it, but it just felt lacking in a lot of areas. I think it just seemed to happen, and it was more to set up Kang than it was to really be an Ant-Man and Wasp film. So there's that. But of all the characters that Marvel has been doing, I think Ant-Man to me is the most relatable. I genuinely like him as a person, and he has a nice little introduction at the beginning of the film, and the way it wraps up, I think, is kind of interesting. There are a couple of post-credit scenes which deal more with what is to come than anything to do with Ant-Man and the Wasp. When we see these characters again, I do not know. If they have announced it, it's not really in my head right now. But 3 stars, I liked it. You know, it happened. I enjoyed it, and now I can go on with my life. So I hope you enjoyed this review. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, Big Al Presents, I really hope you do so. More reviews, rewatches, and rambles in weeks and months to come. If you did like this film, I really would appreciate a thumbs up and share it around. See if people can get anything from my thoughts on this film. And of course, as usual, whatever you do decide to watch, be it Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, any other Marvel film, or anything out there that you can find. I hope you love it. Watch it to love it. Hope you enjoy it. That's the whole point. Take care, everyone. Till next time, this is Big Al saying, see ya.